Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Insight News with me, Ian Bunham-Turner, and business consultant Michael Spooner. So now we're going to really talk about a very topical issue at the moment. Is this war in Ukraine really going to affect the lives and the businesses of small businesses, in particular in Britain? And what advice, Michael, would you give on this?
Yeah, well, I think clearly the war it's a global impact, whether it's food prices, supply chains, our energy, gas and oil prices, commodity prices, and of course Ukraine is the second largest or the largest grain that goes into all our basic staple products, and palm oil and so on, and a whole range of other commodities that actually impact on businesses. So yes, it will have an effect on both the British people, but affect on our small businesses, and it's pushing up prices and putting us under a lot of price pressure. It's pushing up inflation, which in terms of prices in the shops, which means consumers or the customers of small businesses are going to be more price sensitive. They're going to demand more discounts. They're going to, and you're going to get less customers coming into your small shop or your small business or purchasing your services. And so we're going to have to work harder as small firms, as owners, to keep our customers. Make sure we invest in customer loyalty schemes of whatever type, and make sure that we serve our customers with respect and love and care, so that they want to keep coming to us. And a big emphasis on quality of service, about how, and customer care, customer service, how we really interact with our customers. So the Ukrainian global phenomenon, whether it's war or disruption, it is interfering with the smooth flow of capital, investment, services. In fact, we even got problems with getting goods into Britain from the different ports around the world, because the price of shipping goods in from one country to another, say a product is made in China and it comes to Britain, the price of shipping has gone up 3, 4, 5-fold. So where the average price would have been £2,000 per product, it's now £10,000 per product. It's a ridiculously massive increase in cost, and that's going to feed through to the cost of the item in the shop when it gets to this country and it's in a warehouse gets to the retail outlet. When you go and buy a fridge or you go and buy an item, the costs are going to be significantly higher. And of course, at the same time, when your wages are squeezed and your household budget are squeezed, it's going to make it difficult for you to purchase goods. So small businesses or businesses are going to have to work harder to find clients, keep clients, satisfy clients, and deliver great value to clients. That's the pressure. That's the response that I think our small firms need to do.
Do you worry about this? Because obviously we've never seen we've never seen a war like this in our lifetime, thank goodness, first of all. We've had recessions before, and it's being rumoured that we are allegedly going into another recession shortly as well.
Yeah.
Do you worry personally about the state of Britain today and its business world? Have you ever seen another time similar to this?
I think I am worried. Well, I wouldn't say I'm worried. I would say that I'm worried about the impact on people's livelihoods. That's what I worry about. And if they don't respond in the appropriate way, if they don't stick to their plans and strategies, if they don't build their businesses and continue to invest, the temptation is to cut rather than invest. I'm worried about that phenomenon, that natural response that people will sort of double down on and cut costs and so on. Those are kind of what I call short-term bad management responses, but nevertheless understandable, because when money's tight, you're going to cut costs. That's what people do. So I'm worried about that process, and that's not good for the economy, not good for the British people. I'm also worried about the way government is not responding quick enough to the challenges. I mean, it is doing what some things. The Chancellor is doing some investment in some measures that's going to help, but they're not. We need a really, really big, dramatic investment in the British people and British households to protect those households. And we need to do a bit like the pandemic. This is another economic pandemic that we need to be careful that it doesn't run out of hand. If we've got runaway inflation at the moment. If wages go up to respond to the 9.1% inflation rate that we have, then we will have runaway inflation, and it will take 5 years, maybe even longer, to bring us back to balance. And I'm worried about that. And the government, the Bank of England, and the Treasury are too slow in this country in responding to that challenge. They're going to do it now, but it's almost nearly too late. They need to move faster to push up interest rates, to do more fiscal investment in the economy, to help more businesses, and to continue to regenerate, invest, do the transport investment, capital expenditure that we need to do. They need to do that much, much more than they're doing now. They're too cautious. And I think we have a chaotic government, unfortunately. I wish we had a clear-minded government, but they seem to be very chaotic. And this is not the time that Britain needs. We need a really clear-minded government. And so I worry about those things in terms of this war in Europe. And I also worry about if the issue between NATO and Russia, and if that spills over into Europe, what that will mean to the British people in this country. So I worry about those things. But I have faith that I think in the long run it's going to balance out. I think Putin's 67, 68, he's not going to be around forever. He's not going to live forever. And so there's only a certain time that this can go on before it settles down. I have faith in, right-minded people will sort this out at some time. Over time, yeah.
Do you think some of the answers are that you look at things like bricks and mortar retailers compared to online? Do you think there should be a much more fairness in business rates, for example, perhaps reduction in business rates right now, reduction in certain areas of planning, like a reduction in VAT that could actually very effectively, it affects everybody, but at least it gives a much better advantage to people who are really struggling right now.
Yeah, well, I think VAT on fuel can be cut, because we should cut that. That will help reduce. But VAT itself overall shouldn't be cut, because it's one of one of the main sources of income for taxation for the government. So they've got to be very careful what they cut. But yeah, cutting the VAT on fuel and energy would make sense. Well, even if they did it for 2 to 3 years, would make a lot of sense, and that would really reduce people's costs. But they've got to really restructure the energy market, the way in which energy is structured. That needs reform, which I know the government is looking at. I think overall, their tax policy, the national insurance hike that they just did in April needs to be reversed, and they need to really put universal credit, the 20 pence that we had in the pandemic, that should sustain. We should sustain it for another 2 to 3 years, and that would help a lot of households. 50% of households in the country would benefit from that. So there's some simple things they can do. I know the Treasury has to balance its books, and it's looking at its overall financial portfolio. It's looking at balancing everything. So I know it's a complex. In my opinion, a temporary cut in VAT, and do some work around energy for households. And universal credit should go back up to £20 a week, but fix it for another 2 to 3 years, so that we can get through this economic pandemic and get out the other end and then government can start to balance the books as well. That's how I would do it.
And obviously, we're looking at our high streets as well, and the demise of our high streets. We're in a high street environment filming today as well. So things like, as a lot of bricks and mortar businesses are talking about, is the reduction in business rates as well.
Yeah.
Is that something that should be looked at?
Yeah, business rates needs to be completely reformed here. They need to. It's not just reducing it. They need to reform how we do business rates. So I would put business rates on online businesses equal to bricks and mortar. They should be taxed in the same way. So if you're providing a online web-based service, then you should pay the same level of business rate tax as a physical business. That needs to be balanced out. It will be a major revolution because we see in Europe the digital services legislation in Europe is beginning to do that. We've shied away from it for now. We need to balance that out so that regardless of whatever your business delivery, it doesn't matter whether you deliver it through internet or you deliver it through a shop, you should pay the same tax, business tax, enterprise tax I would call it. We should pay, an enterprise tax should apply to all businesses regardless of how you deliver it. And it doesn't matter if you're Google or Amazon, if you serve British people, you pay tax in this country, that's how it should be. And then the Exchequer would have much more money, significantly more money, and then we'll be able to pay for public services and all the things that British people need.
Excellent. So obviously if businesses have problems right now, you run your own business consultancy, how can people get in contact with you?
So we really are advisors to small firms or just individual working people that are grafting and want to do their own thing, want to run their own business, and we're here to help. But our telephone number is 0203 476 9605, and we have a website www.maspooner.co.uk. Go to the contact us page and you've got the address there, you've got all the ways of contacting us. And really our email address is admin, the simple one is admin@maspooner.co.uk. Those are the ways, the quick ways to contact us. Or go to Insight News here at the Insight News YouTube channel, and you can talk to us here as well. So those are the kind of ways in which you can contact us here.
Excellent. Michael, thank you so much again for very valuable advice. So that was another edition of Insight News with me, Ian Pelham-Turner, and Michael Spooner of MA Spooner Limited. I hope the reality with this type of programming, you're getting best advice, best help, and we really do want to make sure that you are successful in your businesses. Call us, contact us, and stay tuned. Take care. Bye for now.